What's going on, guys? It's that guy with movies back here again. Today I'm going to be doing another 2-day adventure vlog. Today I'm going to be doing some thrifting at Savers and Goodwill, and then tomorrow I'm going to be going to see a movie, and that movie is Shazam. So let the vlog commence. We'll go to Goodwill first, and we'll see what we can find there. Alright, looks like green tags are on sale, so let's go on inside. See what they got. Alright guys, we're inside Goodwill right now, just taking a look at what they have over by their main movie section here. I only found one thing over here so far, so yeah, I don't know, it's not looking too good. But anyway, I'll show you guys what's here. It's too bad that wasn't Simpsons Season 3, because that is worth tons of money right now. But yeah. So I don't believe that they have that one here, it's just number 2. But it seems like they got a lot of seasons of Seinfeld as well. And yeah, I'll go up here. Seems pretty legit. Yeah, there you go. Season 8 of Seinfeld. Sealed, as well as Season 7. I can't remember which seasons of those that I have. Might have to look at home. But yeah, here's another one that looks super legit. You know, look at that. That is perfection right there. But yeah, still looking here. Just a lot of common stuff. That also looks really legit. What else? What else is here? Season of Third Rock from the Sun. I never really see these too often from Anchor Bay. This one is brand new as well. And this is Steelbook here, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest. Which is the one I like the best out of all the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. I know everybody says that, you know, the first one is really good, but I like the second one though. Down here, not too much. Never see the Phantom anywhere. Let's check that one after. Sealed season of Penny Dreadful. You know, there's not too much here. A couple seasons at 24. Some stuff down there, but nothing really interesting. There's a Lord of War 2-disc special edition. And the ET 2-disc collector set here. The case doesn't look to be in very good shape though, but there's that. I don't see that too often. That looks really super legit. Yeah, a lot of, as you guys can tell, a lot of bootlegs here, of course, because nobody really else knows how to get rid of those. But down here they have a couple seasons of CSI, Rome. What's this? Every issue. Oh, I thought that was a DVD set at first. It's like a computer program. Here's another season of Seinfeld. It's kind of wrecked though. Up here, not too much. Caddyshack 2. Down here, not too much. Not too much down there as well. This is the Tom Hanks collection. Money Pit, The Burbs, and Dragnet. That's a pretty good set right there. But I think that's like at Walmart or whatever. You can get that for super cheap, like $8 or so. Brand new as well, and with the slipcover. But down here, a couple seasons of The X-Files, Alias, Mad Men. You know, pretty slim pickings today. Not too much. And go down here. Look at Planet in my way. That's pretty much about it for over here. So I'm gonna go over there now, and we'll see what they have. But if you guys were wondering what I was holding on to right now, it's actually Way of the Gun. I don't have this one in my collection yet, so I thought I'd pick it up for only $3.50. Not too bad of a deal, so I'm picking that up. Alright guys, I actually never showed you the Blu-rays, and there's quite a few sealed titles here, which I'm really surprised about. Like, they have, but it's not really anything too special though. Like, they got The Illusionist. I thought that was still the first Quantum of Solace. They also have a couple of HD DVDs here, Disturbia. I already have that one though. There's another sealed one, Iron Man. I have this exact same release, but it's got the slipcover on it, so it's a pretty cool release. It's got a whole lot of special features on it, so if you see it, definitely recommend picking that up. Machete with the new, like, pop art kind of thing. That's also sealed. Here's another HD Heartbreak Kid. $3.50. That's not too bad of a deal for that. Fellowship of the Ring. And actually, here's a sealed HD DVD Stardust. The $3.50 for that one. And down here, nothing. Then again, it's just your usual kind of, like, you know, garbage. Alright guys, here's a look at some of their games that they have here. They have a whole bunch of Xbox 360 ones. At least they got some good titles. I know it's just all, like, on PS3, like hockey, but looks like they got quite a bit of variety here. Like, this is pretty cool. This is NHL 13, the Stanley Cup edition. It's like a steelbook, and yeah. And over here they have, like, only a couple more sections of movies, but here's what they got here. Just a whole bunch of common stuff, and that's about it. But yeah, there's a little bit of a view of what they have over here. Alright guys, heading on in Sabers right now, so let's go inside, see what they got. Alright guys, inside Sabers right now, and just show you guys what they have here. So I'll just scan, and yeah, Hatfields and McCoys. I don't really see that a whole lot. I think that's like a TV miniseries, so they must think it's a movie. That looks super legit too. Look at that airbrush Samuel Jackson. But yeah, looking through here, they have a couple of sealed ones here. Heaven's Prisoners and Sideways. Actually, more down here. Cop Out, Pop Art Mall Cop. Don't mess with his mall. And yeah, I don't think I'd buy that. Just kind of, you know, the same old stuff that you always see everywhere. It's a sealed copy of Nothing in Common. I have this one already, but still sealed. But you hear pieces shaking around in there. And actually, here's another sealed copy, Walking Tall, which is a good movie. I like this one. But yeah, there's that. And then down here, not too much. So yeah. Alright guys, back home from shopping at Goodwill and Savers. And it was a pretty good pickup day. Got a lot of stuff to show you guys here, so I'll just run through like how many I picked up, and then I'll show you guys what I picked up. So I picked up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I picked up 5 at Goodwill and 6 at Savers. So without further ado, I'll get started right now. So first thing I'm going to show you guys is actually a TV show, and I actually own the first season of it already. So I thought I'd start collecting these now, and for only $2.75 I couldn't pass up. It was actually on sale, by the way. And could not pass this one up, and that is the complete second season of The Walking Dead. Like I said, I have the first season already in that 3-disc collector's set, and it's actually really cool. I picked that one up on Boxing Day, and I haven't watched it yet. I know, believe it or not, I actually haven't seen one episode of The Walking Dead, so once I have all the seasons, I'll probably start watching it. It's a really long show. 9 seasons of like 16 episodes each. Like, it'll probably take me forever to get through it, but yeah, The Walking Dead, the complete second season. I heard this season is supposed to be particularly good, I think, but it still has the slipcover and everything. And I'll just take it off here, and it still has all 4 discs in there. So yeah, really cool find for only $2.75. I can't believe I found that for $2.75. A TV show season at Goodwill, when they, you know, add more money when there's more discs. But yeah, Walking Dead, complete second season. Could not pass it up for $2.75. Anyway, that's it for the TV shows for this whole stack. So now I'm going to get to the movies now. And the first one, actually, I've seen pretty much all of these except for a couple. So actually, I'll be able to tell you guys what I think of all of these. So first one here, I probably would have liked to grab on Blu-ray, but I couldn't pass it up on Blu-ray, and that is Whiplash. If you guys have not seen Whiplash yet, why? Definitely recommend watching Whiplash. This is an absolutely fantastic movie. Some people don't really care for Miles Teller. I don't mind him. But J.K. Simmons steals the show in this one as the music teacher in this one. He is awesome. He just, like, spouts, like, F words left and right and all these insults and everything. And it is a fantastic movie. I highly recommend watching it. Great writing. Just great writing. And I really liked how it kind of focused on jazz music. Like, I'm not really a jazz person myself, but I really like how it kind of did that, and it just kind of showed how Miles Teller struggled to play the drums and everything, and just his big conflict with the music teacher right there. And yeah, this movie is incredible. Great writing, great acting, great everything. And this is actually a Damien Chazelle movie who recently did First Man and then La La Land, the fake Best Picture winner. But, yeah, Damien Chazelle, he's an excellent director. I didn't really care for First Man, but I like this one, and I liked La La Land. So, yeah, Whiplash. And I thought this was supposed to come with a code at first, but apparently it did not. But, yeah, Whiplash. If you guys have not seen Whiplash yet, definitely recommend watching it. I believe it was nominated for Best Picture a couple years ago, and it should have won. So, yeah, Whiplash. And then the next one here is a little bit of a newer movie, and this one wasn't nominated for any awards, I don't think, but this is Eddie the Eagle. I watched this one a little while back. I actually rented it from the library, and I found it at Goodwill on DVD, so I thought I'd pick it up, and suffice to say, I actually really enjoyed this one. It was a really good kind of feel-good, family-friendly movie to watch about, I believe he's the first... Yeah, he's a British ski jumper at the Calgary Olympics. And this is just a really good movie, really good performance from Taron Egerton. He is probably one of the better actors of today. And Hugh Jackman, he puts in a really good performance in here as well. And actually, Dexter Fletcher directed this as well. He's the guy that took over from Bryan Singer for Bohemian Rhapsody. And it really shows. It's just a really well shot, well edited, really great movie, very interesting. It kind of keeps your interest throughout the whole movie, and by the end, you're kind of rooting for Eddie. So yeah, I really enjoyed this one. If you guys have not seen this one yet, I recommend doing so. It is a really great movie, fantastic even. But yeah, this one actually comes with the code. I'm not going to show you guys the code because I actually kind of want to redeem this one. But yeah, Eddie the Eagle, definitely recommend watching it. And actually, the last two movies I picked up at Goodwill are the only ones that I haven't seen out of all these. And the first one here is The Way of the Gun. Like I said, haven't seen this one yet, and I actually do want to check it out. It's written and directed by Christopher McQuarrie, who has done the newer Mission Impossible ones, and those are really good, have really good writing, and just really good direction from Christopher McQuarrie. And I believe this was kind of like his little follow-up after The Usual Suspects, which he did with Bryan Singer, of course. And, yeah, The Way of the Gun, haven't seen it yet, but I probably should check it out here soon. So there is that. It's quite common, but I just decided to pick it up just because I haven't seen it a whole lot. And the last one I picked up at Goodwill was one that I do not see anywhere, and it is a horror movie, and that is April Fool's Day. Just actually recently was April Fool's Day, maybe a couple weeks ago, I believe. But, yeah, April Fool's Day. I want to see what this one is worth. I might let you guys know how much this is worth at the end of the video, probably after the credits. But, yeah, April Fool's Day. Never seen it, actually. Like, I've heard of it, but I've never seen it or even saw it anywhere thrifting. But I believe it's supposed to be decent, I think. But, yeah, obviously this is a reprint. This is the original cover on the disc right here. But yeah, April Fool's Day, haven't heard of it, so if you guys have seen it or even heard of it, or yeah, let me know if it's a good movie or not. So that is April Fool's Day. And then that's it for Goodwill. So now I'm going to show you guys what I picked up at Sabers. And actually, out of all these Sabers ones, all the movies that I picked up, I've actually seen, which is really surprising. Usually when I have movies, I haven't seen like one or two of them, but really odd occurrence. Everything I picked up at Sabers is movies I've seen. So yeah, first one here is actually brand new factory sealed, and it's been one I have been wanting to get. It is one that I have been wanting to get for a while. There we go. And yeah, been wanting to get it. It's a good movie. I liked it, and that is The Rock and Walking Tall. I know everybody thinks that the original one is better with Joe Don Baker, I think. But Walking Tall, I like this movie actually. It's kind of a good, kind of corny, really good time. The Rock, he does a decent job here. You know, he plays himself in every movie, but he's got the right amount of charisma and everything, and it just kind of makes him work in pretty much every movie that people have casted him in. But yeah, Walking Tall, I liked it. It had good action, just a really kind of simple story, and it was actually really short too. There's about like 12 minutes of credits. So it says 86 minutes on the back here. And the movie actually only clocks in at about like 74 minutes. So doesn't overstay its welcome. It's short, it's to the point, and it was a pretty good time. So yeah, Walking Tall, like I said, brand new factory sealed. Somebody actually bought this at Walmart in their $5 bin. And it is a reprint as well. So that is Walking Tall. And then next one here was actually one I've been wanting to watch for a while, and I just watched it recently, and that is Rock of Ages. I probably would have preferred to get this one on Blu-ray, but they only had it on DVD there. I looked through their Blu-rays, they didn't have a whole lot of anything there. But Rock of Ages, it was one I've been wanting to watch, and I watched it recently, and I really enjoyed this one. This one is probably one of my bigger guilty pleasures. I don't think a whole lot of people really like this one. Like, I don't think the critics really liked it, but I really liked it. It had really good covers of songs. Everybody did a pretty good job in this one. Not necessarily Julianne Hough. I didn't really like her singing in it. But Tom Cruise, man, Tom Cruise stole the show in this one. He was great in this one. Not necessarily a role that's, you know, like, typical Tom Cruise role. You wouldn't really expect him to play like a rock star or anything like that. You kind of expect him to play like Mission Impossible type roles or anything. He was really good in this movie. I was surprised. And yeah, Rock of Ages, really liked it. I definitely recommend watching this one as well. If you guys are into musicals, if you're not into musicals, you probably wouldn't like this one. But Rock of Ages, it was really good. I really liked it. I'm not a big musical guy, but this was really good actually. So yeah, Rock of Ages. And then this next one here is another big guilty pleasure for me, and that is Las Vegas, starring Michael Douglas, Robert De Niro, Martin Freeman, Morgan Freeman, and Kevin Kline. I really like this one as well. This one was just kind of a really good time. I don't think a whole lot of people really like this one either, but I actually really enjoyed this one. It was kind of just a cute, kind of fun movie just to throw on. You don't really need to kind of focus on the plot or anything like that, and I really enjoyed it for that. So yeah, that is Las Vegas. And this one also has a code in here, so I probably will try to redeem that as well. But Las Vegas, kind of another good, like, feel-good movie. So there is that one. And then this next one here is the special edition of Tower Heist. Watched this one a little while back, and I thought this one was actually pretty decent. It was, you know, it's not the greatest heist movie ever made, like, of course not, but it was fun. I like fun movies. I like having fun watching movies and everything. I'm not like a critic where, oh, fun movies are horrible, but yeah, Tower Heist, I had a lot of fun with. It's got a really big cast. They all had great chemistry with each other, and Ben Stiller and Eddie Murphy worked really good in this movie. And this is the special edition, so it does come with a few bonus features on here. But yeah, you have a whole swag of people in this movie. Ben Stiller, Eddie Murphy, Casey Affleck, Alan Alda, Matthew Broderick, Tia Leone, Michael Pena. You got a whole lot of people in this movie. So, Tower Heist, it was a fun movie. I liked it. So, there's that one. Critics, I don't think, really care for it, but I liked it. And this next one here, I watched a little while back. I also kind of wanted this one on Blu-ray, but, you know, what can you do? They didn't have the Blu-ray of it here, and that is Nightcrawler. I'll settle for the DVD of this one. This was fantastic. Please watch Nightcrawler if you have not. It is really good, really great writing, really good plot as well. Super creepy. And Jake Gyllenhaal, I think he lost a whole lot of weight for this role because he was really, like, super skinny in this one. And he was just so, like, creepy and odd in this one. And, yeah, well, you kind of expect it to be an odd movie because it's from the producers of Drive. But, yeah, this one was creepy, but really, really good. Keeps you interested, keeps you engaged, and very suspenseful, and it kind of just keeps you on the edge of your seat, and you want more out of this one. So that is Nightcrawler. And the last one here is another one that I probably would have preferred to get on Blu-ray because it does have the extended edition on it, and that is The Fault in Our Stars. Kind of also settled for the DVD on this one because it was there and not the Blu-ray. But like I said, the Blu-ray does have the extended cut on this one, and this one I believe only has just the theatrical. But Fault in Our Stars, I said that really weird. The Fault in Our Stars, this one, really sad movie, but just really, really good. Really great performances, really great writing. I was definitely not expecting to like this one as much as I thought I would, especially for the book being like the hottest thing in the world like a couple of years ago. 2014, wow, that was 5 years ago. Time does fly. When I remember, this was like the hottest thing ever, and who wrote this? John Green. John Green was super popular, and yeah, his movies based on his books, I think his books are supposed to be really good. The movies, you know, like, they're varying quality. Like, Fault in Our Stars, I really liked, and I also watched Paper Towns as well. Paper Towns was not very good, but yeah, Fault in Our Stars, I really enjoyed this one. So, yeah. Anyway, though, guys, that is about it for all the pickups from Goodwill and Savers. So now, on to the next day, where I'm going to be going to see Shazam. Alright guys, it's the next day now, and I'm actually going to be going to see another movie today, and that movie is Shazam. So let's go over to the theater, and I'll go in, I'll watch the movie, and I'll tell you guys how it is afterwards. Alright guys, it's actually the very next day right now, and last night got back home from my showing of Shazam. And very late showing as well. The movie didn't start until I think about 7:15. And it ran until 9:15, so it was about 2 hours long. And like I said, very next day now, and I'm going to be telling you guys my thoughts and my review on Shazam. So, I'll give you guys a little bit of a rundown on the plot first, and then I'll tell you guys what I thought of the movie afterwards. So basically, this movie is about this kid named Billy Batson. He's kind of jumping from foster home to foster home, trying to search for his biological mother because he lost her a few years before, and he ends up getting into this one foster home with a bunch of different kids in it, and he befriends this one paraplegic kid, kind of disabled in that. And when they're at school one day, I guess you could say the foster brother, he gets bullied, and Billy stands up to the bullies, and he runs into the subway to escape. And he's basically transported into this other realm where this old wizard named Shazam, he's dying. He needs somebody to transfer his powers onto. And he chooses Billy because he's pure of heart, because he saved his foster brother from the bullies. So he's looking for somebody pure of heart to pass his powers onto. And once he agrees to do so, once he says the word Shazam, then he transforms into this older superhero, and because like this basically just happened, he doesn't really know how to use his powers or anything, and actually all the powers are based on Greek gods as well. And basically, a lot of the movie is Billy trying to figure out how this all works, how to use his powers and everything. And, just a whole bunch of stuff happens. And plus he gets into a conflict with this villain named Dr. Sivana. And what he basically wants to do is he wants to steal Shazam's powers by using the 7 deadly sins, which are kind of personified as like these different types of monsters and everything like that. And basically that's what the movie is about. It's, like I said, about Billy just trying to find his foster mom, in addition to trying to figure out how to use his powers and everything. When he says Shazam, he's trying to figure out how to use his powers and just trying to like do good with them and that. So that's basically what the movie is about. So now on to what I thought of the movie. I actually really enjoyed this movie. I definitely got a whole lot of enjoyment more out of this one than I did the other DC movies. Like, I thought Aquaman was really good, and just like some of the other ones, Batman vs. Superman, Suicide Squad, they were meh. But me personally, I enjoyed Shazam. I really enjoyed it, actually. It was a whole lot of fun. I enjoyed it a whole lot. And I'm going to go into more detail about it now. Basically, Zachary Levi as Shazam, he did a really great job with the role. Like, he seemed to be having a whole lot of fun with the movie. And he was really good. He kind of captured that, like, really giddy, kind of optimistic teenage vibe out of it. Like, he was like, oh, this is so cool, like, I have all these powers now. And I really like that aspect out of it. He did a really good job. And, Zachary Levi, he did a really good job. As well as Mark Strong, he did a good job as Dr. Sivana, but Dr. Sivana himself, he was not a very good villain, actually. In the end, he just kind of turned out to be like your average old kind of like cartoonish villain, in that he was good in the role, but he was just not a very good villain. He's obviously not as forgettable as like Malekith from Thor 2, but, Mark Strong, he played the part well. I like him as an actor, so, he was good. And all of the kids in the movie, they did really good as well as the parents and everything. But then again, the main standout of this movie for performance-wise was Zachary Levi as Shazam himself. And I thought the action sequences were really cool as well. There wasn't necessarily a whole lot of them in the movie, but there was, when they did happen, they were quite entertaining. I thought the last battle went on for a little bit too long, but other than that, the action sequences were really engaging, really entertaining, really well done. And yeah, I like that aspect of it. And the CGI was decent for this movie. I think it was a little bit lower budget, like it was only like $100 million as opposed to Aquaman's like $300 million or something like that. But the CGI effects were pretty decent. There are some scenes with Shazam flying that kind of looked iffy, but overall they were decent for what they were given with the budget and everything. And I really liked the tone of this movie. I really liked kind of how playful it was, as opposed to the other DC movies where they're trying to be all like grim and dark and everything like that. I really liked how this kind of took on a little bit more of like a fun, lighter tone. I really liked that aspect of it. They did something different, and I congratulate them with it. Especially the director being David F. Sandberg, who, if you don't know, he did the last Annabelle movie, the Annabelle Creation, so the second one. He did that movie, and he also did Lights Out as well. And, kind of horror directors stepping out of their comfort zone. I really like that aspect. Like James Wan, he's a horror director, but he did a really good job with Furious 7 and Aquaman. And David F. Sandberg, he did a really good job with Shazam. And, it was very entertaining trying to see how Billy tries to figure out Shazam's powers and everything. Like, he's just trying to, he uses them not really heroically at first. Like, he once he transforms into Shazam, he goes and buys beer at a convenience store, and he tries to, get into a strip club, and that. I really like those aspects of it. It was actually pretty entertaining. But overall, I actually really enjoyed this movie, and now on to what I didn't really like about this one. I thought this movie was a tad bit too long, like just a little over 2 hours with credits and post-credit scenes in that. By the way, there's two, so make sure you guys stay tuned for those ones, or basically keep watching. I thought the movie was a little bit too long. This should have been a movie that was less than 2 hours, because it did have some pacing issues in this movie. There were a lot of slow parts. Like the first about probably 40 minutes of the movie was super slow. It was just like kind of like, this needs to get going here, but overall, like it did keep up the pace in better scenes. It kind of like kept you entertained, it kept you watching and everything. And overall, I really enjoyed this movie. Those were just kind of two nitpicks that I had with it. But overall, I thought the writing was really good. The story could have been like fleshed out a little bit more, but it was a decent story. But writing was good, directing was good, acting was really good, especially, like I said, from Zachary Levi and Mark Strong. Action was good, CGI was decent. Overall, I really enjoyed this one. Actually, one more thing, the 3D in this movie, kind of not needed. There wasn't really a whole lot of 3D in it, like stuff kind of like coming out at you and everything. But it did give a lot of depth into it, because it kind of felt like you were there with the characters, as they were, like, if they're in school, or if they're in like a hallway in like a hotel or apartment complex. And it kind of like immersed you a little bit more. Like, it felt like you were there with them. But overall, I really liked Shazam. And actually, one more thing, the ending was a little bit too long, but it kind of, like, the end scene, it kept you engaged, it kept you watching. It was just a little bit too long, and they could have cut down a little bit on it. But overall, I really liked Shazam. Probably one of the better DC movies as of late. I really liked Aquaman as well, but I think I like Shazam better than this one. So, my overall score for Shazam is probably an 8.5 or a 9 out of 10. I really enjoyed this one, and if you guys go and see it, I think you'll have a lot of fun with it too. So, anyway though guys, that is about it for this vlog. So, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, share. Twitter and Instagram links will be in the description down below if you want to follow me out there. Also, be sure to check out my IMDb profile page. The link for that will also be down below in the description of this video. Anyway though guys, that is about it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you all next time. Roman Atwood? Is that you?